Now, if you have been listening or keeping your ears to the community, you know that we may be getting some improvements to some of our local parks. If you enjoy the parks right here in West Bloomfield, you may also get to enjoy those for possibly some cheaper rates. We'll have somebody actually on here to explain that a little bit more. So right here live on the Splash, joining me is Parks Director for Oakland County Parks. We have Chris Ward joining us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So essentially, we are talking about something that the voters recently approved that's going to improve our Oakland County Parks. So can you just talk about how Oakland County Parks will be improving in the short term and the long term thanks to voters?
Yeah, I definitely want to say thank you to all the voters who supported the millage proposal that was on the ballot. We were just overwhelmed and grateful for the the sizable majority of the vote that backed that. Immediately, we have implemented the free park entry for all of our county parks. So, any county park, pretty much any park that ends in the word Oaks is one of ours. Please feel free to come and explore the outdoors at no cost. Our dog park entry fees have also been now eliminated. So. Just a small barrier that may have been keeping people from coming out and enjoying the outdoors.
Interesting. So already giving benefits to local residents to enjoy our parks for free. Yeah. So thank you for providing that information and context, Mr. Ward. So what are the main goals for using this additional money that Oakland County Parks will be getting in their next year budget?
Yeah, we're very focused on trying to make very smart financial decisions. So where there are projects that were already planned and sort of in the pipeline, we are going to be scaling those projects up to take advantage of, mobilizing only once to get these construction projects completed rather than phasing them over a period of years. So there's some major park revitalization projects we have underway in Pontiac, Southfield, and Oak Park that we have already approved scaling up those projects to add more amenities and complete more work there. We also will be able to, for the first time, really tackle decisions regarding our major facilities that were beyond our financial capacity to deal with. In particular, our two water parks are reaching a critical point where we have to make a decision whether to reinvest or look at alternative uses there. And these were simply things that we just were not able to deal with in the past, because we just didn't have the funds.
Okay. Things I'm not sure everyone was quite aware about, but now that information is out there, we know that this money is going to actually help with that. And you mentioned something about improving amenities, so I want to speak on that. Just in regardless with improving amenities or anything at all, how do you all plan to involve the community in some of the decisions about these changes?
Yeah, great question. Public engagement and feedback is a big part of our process. So we are regularly putting out surveys, conducting open houses, sending out postcards to residents seeking their feedback in terms of what they'd like to see developed in our parks, their preferences in terms of design elements, different uses that they'd like to see developed. So I hope anyone who's interested in those things, keep an eye on our webpage, our Facebook, social media accounts, and feel free to give us your input or just send me an email. I get them all the time from people who are looking for, various amenities, disc golf, new playgrounds, pickleball courts, whatever the case may be.
Nice. Love that. So with us right here, live on the Splash, by the way, Oakland County Parks Director Chris Ward, talking about the new improvements that we will see at West Bloomfield and other Oakland County parks across our area. I want to ask you, just in the past, just what kind of programs, initiatives, and any improvements, what creative partnerships have helped improve parks around the Oakland County area? And then how do you see those partnerships actually playing in future projects?
Well, thanks for the question. So we love partnerships. They really are the a great way to take a limited amount of money and get a whole lot more value, and take assets that are already existing and make them available and open for everybody to use them. So, we developed an off-road vehicle park up in the north end of the county in Holly. That was a partnership with the Michigan DNR. They brought 50% of the financial resources to the table, and we sort of share if that facility makes a profit, we share in the profit. If there's a loss, we share in the loss. Recently, we have also really focused in on urban park revitalization and development. So we've entered into agreements with the city of Pontiac, Southfield, Oak Park, Madison Heights, where we're taking on city parks that had deteriorated and suffered for lack of investment over the years, and we're undertaking a major revitalization in those parks and then incorporating them into the Oakland County Park System. And it's a great step forward for us because over the years we've developed great parks, especially in the northern end of the county and the far west end of the county, more rural areas, but we have not had a strong presence in those urban communities. And there's a clear way to accomplish that. The parks are already there. It's just sometimes these cities are dealing with financial challenges. And so if we're able to work together, like we have in these cases, we're able to, take a park and turn it around and provide a great resource for people. And then now we're kind of working on this next level, which is partnerships with communities that don't necessarily have some of those financial challenges, but where we haven't had a strong presence. So West Bloomfield Township, we have signed a initial agreement to partner with them on the development of Pine Lake Park.
Okay.
And our role will be bringing some money to the table for the improvements that are going to be created there in partnership with the Township Parks and Rec Department. That's going to allow them to move forward a lot faster than they would have ordinarily been able to, and probably scale up and make that much nicer park in the end.
Yes, we love to hear that. That's things, that action taking place, and that's things that we can actually see that's tangible, and we love the work that you're doing, by the way, with that. And just to speak on that a little bit more, if you don't mind, how do you plan to ensure that residents and taxpayers alike are going to see the value and results from their investment in these local parks?
Again, great question. And I don't want to talk too much about partnerships, but we are big fans of them. And so I think we've developed a model there that we just want to keep building off of. Find partners that have assets that are underutilized, maybe the public isn't aware of, that a little bit of investment will make them, much more accessible for everybody to use. Maybe they're, having challenges sustaining operations. So there are gems like that all over Oakland County. And we really want to zero in on taking advantage of those opportunities, especially if we have a local government partner or nonprofit entity that really welcomes that type of partnership. We survive and are able to exist based on the goodwill and support of the voters. So we're very, very focused on delivering results for them and reaching all corners of Oakland County. So there's some areas of the county where we have a weaker presence that we really want to put a lot of extra attention to. That's more of the southern end of the county and some of the more populated areas. So you'll be seeing us do a lot more in those communities.
Perfect.
And we're going to be involved in things we haven't in the past, like trailway development and maintenance, opening up our rivers for recreational use, that type of thing. So more to come.
We are excited for it too, Chris. Thank you so much. Any additional information, important information about our local parks, Oakland County parks, or just anything for the residents in general?
No, I just say look forward to a lot of announcements coming in the near future. Some of the things we're going to be able to get the money out rather quickly are great, but also sort of laying the groundwork for things that are going to be constructed and built in the future. Okay. We've got the potential of a couple of major acquisitions as well that are in discussion that will, potentially be future county parks. There's one property that's nearby West Bloomfield Township, part of the Oakland Community College campus that we are strongly considering making an offer for. That would be a great county park to serve the whole area.
We know whatever you do is going to be greater and best for the greater West Bloomfield area and Oakland County residents in general. We want to thank you so much for your valuable time. Once again, with us right here live on The Splash from Oakland County Parks, Parks Director Chris Ward. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.